Hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for having. Yeah, I mean we've filmed a couple of things already now. I never film. Those of you guys that know me, I mean this is not common. But man, I want to make sure you guys are getting good stuff. I want to make sure we're still having that. We're still having that conversation and still seeing you guys. I mean,
connection. Yep.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot going on. I understand, and we want to make sure that you know you guys know that we still miss everybody, and that hopefully we'll be back to normal soon. Okay. I know we talked last class we did opening the closed guard with a low opening. Okay. Today is we're gonna do a pass. Okay, how to pass the guard. Today we're going a stack pass. Also, the stack pass are double unders.
Lucky me.
And poor Blake. Poor Blake's gonna get killed. So not the most comfortable pass, guys. Please make sure if you're practicing at home, warm up your back. That way you're not getting hurt. Okay, so make sure you warm your back, and but a great pass, like a solid pass, works really really well. You still see it at the highest level. Okay, very Carlson Gracie special. When I think about this, like Carlson, I mean they taught this a lot coming from a Carlson Gracie lineage. You know, a lot of pressure, a lot of smashing. Let's go over it. Okay. All right, so try to begin right here. Okay, so I've opened Blake's closed guard, which is already a feat, okay? Please notice when I opened it up, I had one knee up. And the reason why I had one knee up is so we can't reclose the closed guard. If he recloses the closed guard, I gotta go back and open up the guard again. But because of this knee, it acts almost like a stopper, okay? So I have an opportunity to go underneath the guard, okay, with a double unders pass or stack pass. So first thing I wanna be mindful of, guys, is please notice my hands. They're either both inside or both outside, okay? So what I want to do here, guys, is I'm going to drop the knee. As I drop the knee, my hands are going to circle between Blake's legs. So I'm dropping the knee and my hands at the same time circle between Blake's legs. Notice how my hands are on the outside. I want to collect his legs and put it on my shoulders, okay? Now, please watch what happens. I need to get Blake's knees to his shoulders, okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to take a step with my left leg, and my right leg's gonna act as base on the back. And I'm driving weight into Blake, okay? I'm saying nice and tight. Okay? When I'm ready, my left hand wants to reach into with thumb in, my left hand wants to reach thumb in, into his collar, grabbing, staying nice and tight, keeping that pressure. My right hand wants to go behind Blake's thigh. So what I'm doing is, my right hand's going right behind Blake's thigh, and I'm gonna push it to the floor, okay? I'm here stacking Blake the whole time, pushing it to the floor. Now from here, I can sprawl my left leg and I can start to turn my shoulder clockwise. And I'm going to shrug his leg right off me. Once I shrug, I get side control. Left hand reaches for crossface and I'm in side control. Okay, let's try it on this angle, guys, so you can see. Okay. Sorry, thank you. I've just opened the closed guard. Whew, that was already a feat. Okay. So I'm ready to pass the guard. Remember, I want to circle both arms in. Drop the knee, both arms come underneath, and I want to get on the outside of his legs and collect his legs up. Okay? Once I'm here, I'm going to take a step with it can be your left or your right, whichever one, and I'm going to take a step to his hip line. As I step, I'm compressing Blake. Left thumb goes into the collar, elbow tight, putting pressure, right hand goes behind the thigh, pushing it to the floor, sprawling my left leg, shrugging the leg off. Now from here, poor Blake is dying. I have crossface. Poor Blake, man. This is not the.
It's effective.
This is not the most favorite pass. I always tell the guys, if you do this to me, I'm gonna punish you. This pass sucks. Yeah. You know, but give it a shot, guys. Super effective. Try it out. Then we'll go over some details. Okay, thanks, guys. Blake's being a really nice guy. This pass is not fun, and I'm not a small guy either.
Yeah, you're being general. It's all good.
Is man, when you get this pass done to you, you're just like, God, this is terrible. You feel like a piece of toothpaste. Yeah. Okay, so guys, some details. Okay, let's go over some details. Really important. So I'm gonna have Mr. Blake. Okay, so the most obvious detail in the beginning. Okay, the most obvious detail. Blake, I'm gonna move you down just a little more, brother. Just right there, that's perfect, okay? I have this knee up. You have to be careful, guys, about arm in and arm out. Because they'll be grabbing collars, they'll be grabbing sleeves. If I don't want to do this, I don't want to you got to put that knee down to create some space, but I don't want to keep one arm in and circle. That's just the triangle. I'm just walking into danger. Remember, arms are either both inside the guard or both outside the guard. In this situation, our goal is to get the arms both outside the guard. So if you need to shed some grips first before you do this, please do that, okay? So I've done that. I've shed this. Another important thing, guys, here is collecting the knees. I want to make sure that his knees are up near my ears. I want his legs up on my traps. I don't want it on the sides of my biceps. And the reason being is because if I do this and I don't collect it and he keeps his knees out, when I try to pass, he can add tension to stop me from passing. Okay, so you have to do a good job of getting your elbows close and keeping the knees near your ears first and keeping on top of the traps. Now when I try to take a step and I try to stack him, he can't stop me, okay, because they're up near my center line. Okay, so traditionally how they teach this pass, not wrong, but can be very difficult, especially if you're a smaller guy, okay, is they traditionally have you suck the guy's hip up. So they'll pull the guy, look at what I'm doing. I'm gonna use my body, I'm gonna pull the guy up on top of me and then stack him. Like I said, not wrong, I'm just sliding back a little bit. Not wrong, but man, can you imagine Blake doing that to me? You know what I mean? I'm a light dude, but there's no way that he's gonna be able to get me up. You can't get that joke. Okay, so it's probably easier to step to him. You know what I mean? Bring yourself to him than to try to bring him up. You can do both ways, but if they're a lot bigger, you probably want to get the habit of stepping to him. So I'm here, what that means is this. I'm not going to pull Blake up. Instead, I'm going to take a step to Blake, and that brings his knees to his shoulders. Okay? Please notice how I'm being very mindful about where I'm balancing my weight, making sure our head is in alignment, so that way I don't fall over. My head goes too far this way, I'm going to fall over. Okay? My goal is our heads are aligned, and I'm bringing his knees to his shoulders. I'm staying nice tight. My back leg is where I'm getting my pressure from. Okay, is where I'm basing off. Okay, let's do it on the other side so you guys can see. I'm gonna slide you down just a little bit. Thank you for that. Are you okay? Good. So remember, both arms in, both arms out. Don't even do the move unless you can do that. Knee goes down to create some space. Bang, get it. Collect the knees to your ears so he can't stop me from passing, keeping that elbows tight. I can't pull him up, but I prefer to step to Blake. Big step, outflanking the hip. Pressure down. Okay. Now I can start to drive weight and can start to pass. Okay. Give it a shot, guys. Thank you. All right, guys. Hope you experienced a lot of uncomfortableness. Okay? Stack pass is not fun. Works really well though. Okay. Last set of details. Okay, to make sure that you can successfully pull this off. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. So I've stacked Blake. We talked about I'm in a great position. A few details that I need to do, and there are many different ways to do the stack pass. This is just one way that I like, and the one way I feel works really well for me. Okay, so I'm here. Okay, I'm taking a step. So I've stacked Blake. The next thing I need to do when I stack Blake, okay, is I need to make sure that to pass his guard, because I'm basically outflanking him, I need to make sure that his hip turns one way. To help me outflank him to the left, I want to get his hips turning the other way. So it's very hard for him to stop me, because his goal is to try to stay aligned with me. Okay? But when I'm stacking Blake here, what I want to do is this hand's going to push on his thigh and turn his hips this way. Once it turns this way, now it's so much easier to sprawl this leg and outflank him. Okay? So don't neglect putting your hand behind his thigh and pushing it down. Be careful though, because if you put your hand with your 4 fingers up, he could grab it and it pulls right into a triangle. Oh no, pull it through. Boom, right to a triangle. Okay? So it's a better grip and it's a stronger grip with your 4 fingers down. Okay? It catches the thigh better so you don't get triangle. Okay? So one more time, I'm stacking Blake. Hand goes down, pushing his hip down. We gotta grab the gi, okay? Sprawl the hip, pass the guard, okay? For those guys that are really, you might have trouble stacking. Another little tip, guys, is try not to put pressure. What you can do to help stack him is try not to put pressure directly behind his hamstrings, the strongest part of his body. Sometimes what makes it better is slide up slightly higher to around the high calf area. Okay, so if I'm here, I'll slide up to the calf area a little bit. Okay, now I'll stack him because it eliminates the power from his legs. Now all it pretty much is just his hips hinging. If I go right into his hamstrings and try to stack, he can use his legs and he can use his hips to stop.
You can tell a big difference.
Big difference, huh? But notice when I slide up first, notice how my shoulders are more in line with his calves, and I take a big step. Now it's harder for him to stop me. Yeah, poor guy's dying. Okay. Important when we're finishing the pass. You can do all of this, fantastic, get there, ruin the last part of the pass. Okay. Please don't reach too early. If you reach too early, Blaze can have an opportunity to elbow push me, do a Heisman. So please watch. I start to stack him, I come up. When I reach too early, this hand will catch my elbow. And he's gonna elbow push me and get out. Nice frame escape. Okay. So you have to make sure you keep that elbow tight. Okay. We're here, and I want to make sure I step before I reach. The elbow should be connected to my knee when I step. So we're here, I start to slide up, I take a step, my elbow and my knee are connected. Now I reach with everything. So Blake, can you try to elbow push me? I'm protecting my elbow. Okay. Now I can start to pass the guard. Let's switch sides so you guys can see. We're here, poor guy's dying. Again, both arms in, both arms out. Boom. Connecting the knees, taking a step, try to make this line out just a little bit.
Sure.
Right there, okay. Taking a step. As I take a step, I want to make sure my elbow and my knee are connected so he doesn't elbow push me. Slide up, same time. Now I pressure. Turn the hip. Get a nice second. I always tell the guys, this should not be a fast pass. Where people make a mistake is they're trying to blast through this pass. And I'm sure you had that. They get too anxious and they blast through it. There should be a pass where the bottom guy's like begging, please, please pass. I mean, that's fantastic. That has a lot of, I mean, not great for your partner, but that's fantastic because it kind of already mentally breaks them. I mean, that's where you have to battle. So pressure should be pressure, making him uncomfortable. I mean, like I said, when the guys do this to me, I punish them. I'm like, you better not stack faster. Something, it happens to the best of us, Yeah. So, guys, stack pass, double unders. Take your time, please. If you're in the bottom, make sure you warm up your back so you don't pull your back. Okay. But it works really, really well. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.